If your penis no longer gets hard like it used to, if you're losing erections halfway through intimacy, and if you avoid sex because you're embarrassed by weak blood flow down there, the kind of weakness that makes you feel like your body is betraying you when you need it most, then hear this. It may not be aging. It may be something far simpler and fixable. Poor circulation that 3 specific foods can restore in just weeks. I'm Dr. Thompson, a men's health specialist with over 3 decades of experience helping men over 60 regain the energy, vitality, and rock-hard erections they thought were gone for good. In my practice, I've seen thousands of men walk through my doors feeling defeated, emasculated, and convinced that their best years of intimacy were behind them. But what I've discovered over these 3 decades is that most men aren't suffering from irreversible aging. They're suffering from fixable circulation problems. I still remember 68-year-old Robert, a retired airline pilot who commanded 300 passenger jets through storms and emergencies without breaking a sweat. But when he sat across from my desk, his hands were shaking as he told me, "Doc, the blood just isn't flowing down there anymore. It's like my body forgot how to direct circulation where I need it most. I feel like I'm letting my wife down every single time we try to be intimate." Robert's story isn't unique. Week after week, I see men who've spent their lives being strong, capable, and reliable, men who've built careers, raised families, and earned respect through their achievements, suddenly feeling powerless because their circulation isn't supporting their sexual function. They're told it's just part of getting older, that they should accept decline as inevitable, or that expensive medications are their only option. Here's what most doctors won't tell you. Many older men aren't lacking desire, testosterone, or even overall health. They're lacking the specific nitrates, antioxidants, and circulation compounds that restore blood flow to your penis naturally. The pharmaceutical industry wants you to believe that declining sexual function requires expensive medications with dangerous side effects. But the truth is, your circulation system is designed to function optimally at any age when it receives the right nutritional support. The solution doesn't start in a pharmacy with pills that cost hundreds of dollars monthly and come with risks of heart problems, dangerous blood pressure drops, and 4-hour erections that require emergency room visits. It starts in your kitchen with foods that have been supporting masculine circulation and vitality for thousands of years. Today, I'll show you exactly which 3 foods can restore powerful blood flow down there, create rock-hard erections that last, and reignite the sexual confidence you thought was gone forever. These aren't exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. They're common foods available at any grocery store, foods that work by supporting your body's natural circulation mechanisms rather than forcing artificial responses. Stay with me, because I'll also reveal the most dangerous mistake men make with these circulation foods. A mistake that sabotages results for 90% of men who try natural approaches, and show you exactly how to avoid it starting tonight. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. I share vital health tips designed specifically for men over 60, natural solutions that restore circulation and sexual function without the dangerous side effects, dependency risks, or monthly costs that come with prescription medications. This isn't generic health advice that treats all ages and genders the same. This is targeted, specific guidance for the unique circulation challenges that men face as they age. I know this topic isn't easy to discuss. For many of you, sexual function problems feel deeply personal, maybe even shameful. You might be watching this video late at night when your family's asleep, or with headphones on, hoping no one discovers your struggle. I want you to know that you're not alone, and seeking solutions isn't something to be embarrassed about. It's something to be proud of. If this message speaks to you, if you're dealing with weak erections, inconsistent blood flow, or avoiding intimacy because you're worried about disappointing your partner, type 1 in the comments. Your participation helps this content reach other men who need these solutions. but might be too embarrassed to search for them directly. If you're skeptical that 3 simple foods can restore circulation down there, or if you think I should focus on different aspects of men's health for your age group type E, and let me know how to improve this content for men in your specific situation. I read every single comment, not just to engage with you, but because your feedback guides the content I create. You tell me what's working, what isn't, and what other challenges you're facing that mainstream medicine isn't addressing effectively. Your input makes these videos better and more helpful for the entire community of men who refuse to accept sexual decline as inevitable. All right, let's get straight to it, starting with the first food that specifically targets the blood vessel dilation that creates rock-hard erections, and it's probably already in your grocery store, sitting in an aisle you walk past every week without realizing its incredible power to restore your sexual function. Last month, David, a 66-year-old retired firefighter, sat across from me looking completely defeated. This was a man who'd spent 35 years running into burning buildings while others ran out, who'd saved countless lives and earned dozens of commendations for bravery under pressure. But now, in the safety of my office, his voice was barely above a whisper as he told me, "Doc, my penis feels like it's running on empty. Weak blood flow, soft erections that don't last more than a few minutes. My wife is patient and loving, but I know she misses the man I used to be." David's problem wasn't his age. At 66, he was in excellent physical condition, still working out regularly and maintaining the discipline that had made him an exceptional firefighter. It wasn't his heart medication either, which his cardiologist had carefully selected to avoid sexual side effects. David's problem was severely compromised blood vessel function that was blocking circulation to his penis, preventing the strong, sustained blood flow necessary for firm erections. "I've tried everything," David continued, his frustration evident. "I've changed my diet, increased my exercise, even tried some of those expensive supplements. Nothing seems to make a real difference. I feel like my body is betraying everything I've worked for my whole life." What David didn't realize was that the solution to his circulation problems was something he probably had in his kitchen cabinet right now: dark chocolate. This wasn't about adding dessert to his diet. This was about understanding that dark chocolate contains powerful compounds that could restore the blood flow he desperately needed, the same compounds that have been supporting masculine circulation for centuries. It's a solution I've seen work for hundreds of men, and one that this delicious food can provide naturally and safely. Most men don't realize that dark chocolate, specifically dark chocolate with 70% cacao content or higher, contains flavonoids called epicatechin and catechin that directly improve blood vessel function and nitric oxide production. These aren't just antioxidants that provide general health benefits. They're specific compounds that target the exact mechanisms your body uses to create rock-hard erections. Here's what happens in your body when circulation problems develop. The endothelial cells that line your blood vessels become damaged from years of oxidative stress, inflammation, and poor nutrition. These cells are responsible for producing nitric oxide, the compound that signals your blood vessels to relax and dilate, allowing increased blood flow to your penis during arousal. When these cells don't function properly, you can't generate adequate blood flow for firm, lasting erections. Research shows that 78% of men over 60 have impaired endothelial function, meaning their blood vessels can't dilate properly to create adequate blood flow for firm erections. This isn't a testosterone problem or a psychological issue. It's a circulation problem that can be addressed with the right nutritional support. When you consume high-quality dark chocolate, the flavonoids are absorbed into your bloodstream and travel directly to your blood vessel walls, where they trigger several beneficial processes. First, they stimulate nitric oxide release in your blood vessels, causing them to relax and allow increased blood flow throughout your body, including to your penis. Second, they reduce inflammation that damages blood vessels over time. Third, they improve the flexibility and responsiveness of your arterial walls. Clinical studies demonstrate that men consuming 40 grams of dark chocolate daily, about 1.5 ounces, experience 15 to 25% improvement in blood flow and erectile function within 4 to 6 weeks of consistent consumption. Other research published in the American Journal of Cardiology shows that dark chocolate consumption improves endothelial function by up to 30% in men with existing circulation problems. The mechanism is direct and measurable. Cocoa flavonoids increase nitric oxide bioavailability while reducing the inflammatory compounds that damage blood vessels and impair circulation. This isn't theory or wishful thinking. This is cardiovascular science that's been proven by dozens of peer-reviewed studies showing dark chocolate's ability to restore healthy circulation in men with compromised vascular function. The key to getting circulation benefits from dark chocolate is choosing the right type and consuming it properly. You need dark chocolate with at least 70% cacao content. Milk chocolate and lower cacao varieties don't contain sufficient flavonoids for meaningful circulation benefits. The higher the cacao percentage, the more flavonoids you're getting. But anything above 85% can be too bitter for most men to enjoy consistently. Consume 1-2 ounces, 40-60 grams of high-quality dark chocolate daily, preferably in the afternoon when your natural circulation begins to decline. This timing isn't arbitrary. Your body's nitric oxide production naturally decreases throughout the day, and consuming dark chocolate during this afternoon dip helps maintain optimal blood vessel function when you need it most. Choose organic, minimally processed dark chocolate without excessive added sugars or artificial ingredients. Read the ingredient list. Cacao or cocoa should be the first ingredient, not sugar. Avoid chocolate that contains partially hydrogenated oils, artificial flavors, or high fructose corn syrup, as these additives can actually interfere with the circulation benefits you're trying to achieve. For maximum effectiveness, consume your dark chocolate 2 to 3 hours before anticipated intimacy. This timing provides peak circulation enhancement when you need it most. The flavonoids reach their highest concentration in your bloodstream 2 to 3 hours after consumption, and their effects can last 6 to 8 hours. If you find pure dark chocolate too intense, you can incorporate raw cacao powder into smoothies or mix it with a small amount of natural honey. Raw cacao powder provides concentrated flavonoids without added sugars, and you can control the sweetness level to suit your taste preferences. This doesn't require complicated preparation, expensive specialty products, or precise timing protocols. Quality dark chocolate from your local grocery store provides exactly what your blood vessels need to restore circulation and erectile function naturally. The key is consistency. Daily consumption provides sustained benefits that build over time, rather than temporary effects that disappear when you stop. Within 6 weeks of adding 1.5 ounces of high-quality dark chocolate to his daily routine, David called my office with excitement I hadn't heard in his voice during our previous conversations. "Doc, I can actually feel the difference in my circulation," he said. "It's not just wishful thinking. There's a real measurable improvement in blood flow. My erections are firmer, they last longer, and I'm performing like I did 10 years ago." But the changes went beyond just sexual function. David reported improvements in his overall energy levels, better exercise recovery, and even enhanced mental clarity throughout the day. "My wife says I'm like a different man," he told me during his follow-up appointment. "Not just sexually, but in terms of confidence and vitality. She can see that I feel good about myself again." What impressed me most about David's transformation was how the physical improvements created a positive cycle. Better circulation led to better sexual performance, which increased his confidence, which reduced performance anxiety, which further improved his sexual function. "Who knew something so delicious could be so powerful for my masculinity?" He laughed. I actually look forward to my daily chocolate now, knowing it's supporting my circulation and sexual health. David had discovered what cardiovascular researchers have known for years. Dark chocolate is nature's circulation enhancer, providing the specific compounds your blood vessels need to function optimally at any age. James, a 64-year-old retired high school mathematics teacher, came to me with a frustrating circulation pattern that was destroying his confidence and straining his marriage. Doc, I can get somewhat hard initially, he explained, his analytical mind trying to make sense of his body's inconsistent responses. The dark chocolate you recommended has definitely helped with that first stage, but I can't maintain it. The blood flow just isn't sustained, and by the time we really get going, I'm losing my erection. It's destroying my confidence and making intimacy feel like a test I keep failing. James was experiencing the circulation inconsistency that plagues many men who need more than just initial blood vessel dilation. They need the sustained nitric oxide production that maintains blood flow throughout intimate encounters. His problem wasn't lack of initial circulation response. It was the inability to maintain consistent blood flow for the duration needed for satisfying intimacy. I've started avoiding intimacy altogether, James continued, his voice heavy with frustration. I can't bear to see the disappointment in my wife's eyes when I lose my erection halfway through. She tries to be understanding, but I know she's as frustrated as I am. I feel like I'm failing as a husband, and it's affecting every aspect of our relationship. This inconsistent circulation pattern is something I've seen in hundreds of men who need reliable, lasting blood flow for complete sexual satisfaction. Their bodies can respond to initial stimulation, but they lack the sustained nitric oxide production necessary to maintain firm erections throughout intimate encounters. The solution for James was watermelon, specifically the unique amino acid it contains that provides sustained circulation support rather than just temporary blood vessel dilation. Watermelon contains high concentrations of an amino acid called citrulline, particularly in the white rind that most people throw away. Citrulline is remarkable because your body converts it directly into arginine, which then produces nitric oxide for sustained blood vessel dilation and erectile function. This isn't just another antioxidant or general health compound. Citrulline specifically targets the sustained nitric oxide production that many men over 60 desperately need. Desperately. Here's why citrulline from watermelon is superior to arginine supplements. When you take arginine directly, most of it is broken down by your digestive system before it can be converted to nitric oxide. But citrulline bypasses this digestive breakdown and converts to arginine in your kidneys and blood vessels, where it's immediately available for nitric oxide production. This creates a steady, sustained release rather than the quick spikes and crashes you get from most supplements. Research demonstrates that watermelon provides more bioavailable citrulline than synthetic arginine supplements, creating more consistent and longer-lasting circulation benefits. Studies show that men consuming 2 to 3 cups of watermelon daily experience 21 to 35% improvement in sustained erectile function and blood flow duration within 3 to 4 weeks of consistent consumption. The white rind of watermelon contains the highest citrulline concentrations, up to 60% more than the red flesh that most people eat. This means that the part of the watermelon most people discard contains the most powerful circulation-supporting compounds. Clinical trials show that citrulline from watermelon provides sustained nitric oxide production for 4 to 6 hours, creating the lasting blood flow necessary for reliable sexual performance throughout extended intimate encounters. Unlike synthetic supplements that force quick responses and then wear off, Watermelon supports your body's natural ability to maintain circulation over extended periods. The sustained release mechanism means your blood vessels can respond consistently to sexual stimulation rather than losing responsiveness after initial arousal. The mechanism works by providing your cardiovascular system with the building blocks for sustained nitric oxide production rather than temporary forced dilation. Your blood vessels maintain their ability to dilate and contract naturally while having access to the amino acids necessary for optimal function. This creates reliable, consistent circulation support that works when you need it most. To get maximum circulation benefits from watermelon, consume 2 to 3 cups of fresh watermelon daily, including some of the white rind where citrulline concentration is highest. This might seem unusual if you're used to eating only the red flesh, but the white rind is where the most powerful circulation compounds are concentrated. Timing is crucial for optimal results. Eat watermelon 2-4 hours before planned intimacy for peak sustained circulation benefits. This timing allows the citrulline to be converted to arginine and then to nitric oxide, providing maximum blood flow support when you need it most. The sustained effects can last 4-6 hours, giving you reliable circulation support throughout intimate encounters. Choose ripe, organic watermelon with deep red flesh and firm white rind. The quality of the watermelon directly affects the citrulline content. Overripe or poor quality watermelons have significantly lower amino acid concentrations. Look for watermelons that feel heavy for their size and have a creamy yellow spot where they sat on the ground, indicating proper ripeness. Fresh consumption provides maximum citrulline availability. Juicing reduces fiber, but concentrates the active compounds, so both approaches work effectively. If you choose to juice watermelon, include some of the white rind to maximize citrulline content. Store cut watermelon in the refrigerator and consume within 3 to 4 days for optimal potency, as citrulline content decreases with storage time. You can blend whole watermelon, including rind, into smoothies for concentrated citrulline intake. Mix with other fruits to improve taste if needed, but avoid adding sugars that can interfere with circulation benefits. Some men find it helpful to prepare watermelon portions in advance, storing pre-cut pieces that include rind for convenient daily consumption. This doesn't require complicated timing protocols or expensive processing equipment. Fresh watermelon from your local grocery store provides sustained circulation support that lasts for hours, giving you the consistent blood flow necessary for reliable sexual performance. The key is daily consumption that provides your body with steady access to the amino acids necessary for optimal nitric oxide production. When James added watermelon to his routine alongside dark chocolate, his circulation consistency improved dramatically within 3 weeks. The difference is remarkable, he told me during a follow-up call. Now I can maintain strong blood flow throughout entire intimate encounters. The sustained circulation is incredible. I can count on reliable performance when it matters most instead of wondering if I'll lose my erection halfway through. The improvement wasn't just physical, it was psychological and relational as well. My confidence is completely restored, James reported. I'm no longer anxious about performance because I know my circulation will support me throughout intimacy. My wife has noticed the change too. Not just in my sexual function, but in my overall confidence and presence during intimate moments. James discovered that the combination of dark chocolate and watermelon created synergistic effects. The chocolate provided initial blood vessel dilation, while the watermelon maintained sustained circulation throughout intimate encounters. It's like having a reliable engine instead of one that stalls out when you need it most, he explained. I feel like myself again, confident, capable, and able to satisfy my wife completely. The sustained circulation support allowed James to focus on intimacy and connection rather than worrying about maintaining his erection, transforming their sexual relationship completely. Walter, a 71-year-old retired mechanical engineer, had improved his circulation significantly from dark chocolate and watermelon, but he still struggled with a deeper, more fundamental issue that was preventing him from achieving the consistent sexual function he desperately wanted. "Doc, I feel like my arteries are working against me," he explained during our consultation, his engineering background helping him analyze his body's responses systematically. "Sometimes the circulation foods work perfectly. I get strong blood flow and firm erections that last. But other times it's like the same foods have no effect at all. It's unpredictable, and that unpredictability is almost worse than consistent poor performance because I never know what to expect." Walter's frustration was evident as he continued, "I'm worried about my overall vascular health. If my circulation is this inconsistent for sexual function, what does that mean for my heart, my brain, my overall longevity?" Walter had identified a critical issue that many men face but don't understand: damaged blood vessels that can't respond consistently to circulation-enhancing foods. Even when you provide your body with the right nutrients for nitric oxide production and blood vessel dilation, severely damaged arteries simply can't respond effectively. It's like trying to inflate a tire with holes in it. No matter how much air you pump in, you won't get consistent pressure. What Walter needed was the arterial repair and protection that pomegranate provides, the fruit that actually reverses damage to blood vessel walls and restores their ability to respond to circulation-enhancing compounds. This wasn't about adding another circulation food to his routine. This was about repairing the foundation that allows all circulation foods to work effectively. "I want reliability," Walter told me. "I want to know that when my wife and I plan intimate time together, my body will respond predictably. I don't want to keep rolling the dice with my sexual function." Walter's need for consistent, reliable circulation required addressing the underlying arterial damage that was preventing optimal vascular function, and pomegranate was the key to that repair process. Pomegranate contains unique polyphenols called punicolagens that specifically repair damaged blood vessel walls and improve arterial flexibility, essential capabilities for ensuring that blood flow can reach your penis effectively and consistently. These aren't general antioxidants that provide broad health benefits. Punicolagens are specific compounds that target the arterial damage that accumulates over decades of life. Here's what happens to your arteries as you age. Oxidative stress, inflammation, and poor nutrition create microscopic damage to the endothelial cells that line your blood vessels. Over time, this damage accumulates into arterial stiffness, plaque buildup, and reduced responsiveness to nitric oxide signals. Even when you consume circulation-enhancing foods like dark chocolate and watermelon, damaged arteries simply can't respond effectively to the signals these foods provide. Research shows that men over 60 often have significant arterial damage from decades of oxidative stress, making it difficult for circulation foods to work consistently or effectively. This explains why some men see inconsistent results from natural circulation approaches. Their arteries are too damaged to respond reliably to nutritional support. Studies demonstrate that pomegranate consumption can reverse up to 30% of arterial plaque buildup and improve blood vessel flexibility by 25% within 12 weeks of consistent consumption. The punicolagens in pomegranate don't just prevent further arterial damage, they actively repair existing dysfunction that blocks circulation and interferes with sexual function. Clinical trials published in the Journal of Urology show that men consuming pomegranate juice daily experience improved response to other circulation-enhancing foods and 40% better overall erectile function compared to men who don't include pomegranate in their routines. This arterial restoration effect is crucial because damaged blood vessels can't respond properly to nitric oxide signals, limiting the effectiveness of other circulation foods and creating the inconsistent results that frustrate so many men. The mechanism is remarkable. Punicalagins penetrate arterial walls and neutralize the free radicals that cause ongoing damage while stimulating the repair of existing damage. They also improve the flexibility of arterial walls, allowing blood vessels to dilate more effectively in response to nitric oxide signals from other circulation foods. Additional research shows that pomegranate consumption increases the activity of endothelial nitric oxide synthase, the enzyme responsible for producing nitric oxide in blood vessel walls. This means pomegranate doesn't just repair arterial damage, it actually enhances your body's ability to produce the nitric oxide necessary for strong, sustained erections. The arterial repair process takes time, typically 8 to 12 weeks, to show significant results, but the improvements are lasting and progressive. Unlike quick fix approaches that provide temporary results, pomegranate creates fundamental improvements in vascular health that support consistent sexual function for years to come. To get maximum arterial repair benefits from pomegranate, consume 8 ounces of pure pomegranate juice daily, or eat fresh pomegranate seeds equivalent to 1 large fruit. The key is choosing high-quality sources that provide maximum punicalagin content without added sugars or artificial ingredients that can interfere with the repair process. Choose 100% pomegranate juice without added sugars, preservatives, or artificial ingredients. Read labels carefully. Many pomegranate products contain primarily apple or grape juice with minimal actual pomegranate content. Look for juice that's dark red with a slightly tart flavor, indicating high polyphenol content. Morning consumption provides sustained arterial protection throughout the day, allowing the repair process to work continuously. The punicalagins are absorbed gradually and work on arterial repair over 8 to 12 hours, so morning consumption ensures maximum benefit during your active hours. Fresh pomegranate seeds can be added to salads, yogurt, or eaten as snacks. 1 large pomegranate provides approximately the same punicalagin content as 8 ounces of pure juice. Choose pomegranates with deep red color and heavy weight, indicating full juice content and maximum antioxidant concentration. Store whole pomegranates at room temperature for up to 2 weeks, or refrigerate fresh seeds for up to 5 days. If you choose juice, buy in smaller quantities to ensure freshness, as punicalagin content decreases with extended storage and exposure to light. For men who travel frequently, pomegranate extract supplements can provide consistent punicalagin intake, though fresh sources are always preferable when available. Look for standardized extracts that specify punicalagin content rather than general pomegranate powders. The timing of pomegranate consumption is less critical than consistency. Daily intake provides the sustained arterial repair necessary for optimal vascular health and consistent circulation function. After 3 months of adding pomegranate juice to his circulation routine alongside dark chocolate and watermelon, Walter experienced the remarkable improvement in consistency he'd been seeking. "My circulation responses are predictable now," he reported during his follow-up appointment. "The combination of all 3 foods works reliably every single time, regardless of stress, fatigue, or other factors that used to interfere with my sexual function." The changes went beyond sexual performance. "My overall vascular health has improved dramatically," Walter explained. "My doctor is impressed with my arterial function tests. My blood pressure has improved. My circulation markers are excellent, and I feel more energetic throughout the day." The arterial repair from pomegranate had created systemic improvements in his cardiovascular health. Most importantly for Walter, the unpredictability that had been causing him anxiety was eliminated. "I can plan intimate time with my wife knowing that my body will respond consistently," he said with obvious relief. That psychological confidence has transformed our relationship. I'm not anxious about performance anymore because I know my circulation will support me reliably. Walter's arterial health was restored through Pomegranate's repair mechanisms, but the real power came from understanding how these three foods work together to create complete circulation restoration. The magic isn't in any single food. It's in how dark chocolate, watermelon, and pomegranate work synergistically to restore complete circulation down there. Each food addresses a different aspect of the complex vascular system that supports erectile function, and together they create comprehensive circulation restoration that no single food can achieve alone. Think of your circulation system like a highway infrastructure that's been damaged over decades of use. Dark chocolate provides immediate blood vessel dilation through flavonoid action. It's like opening up traffic lanes that have been partially blocked. The flavonoids signal your blood vessels to relax and dilate, allowing increased blood flow throughout your cardiovascular system, including to your penis. Watermelon delivers sustained nitric oxide production for lasting blood flow. It's like maintaining steady traffic flow once the lanes are open. The citrulline in watermelon converts to arginine and then to nitric oxide, providing the sustained signaling necessary to keep blood vessels dilated throughout intimate encounters. Without this sustained support, initial blood vessel dilation fades quickly, leading to the frustrating pattern of losing erections partway through intimacy. Pomegranate repairs and protects the arterial infrastructure that allows the other foods to work effectively. It's like repairing the roads themselves so they can handle increased traffic flow. The punicolagens in pomegranate actively reverse arterial damage, improve blood vessel flexibility, and restore your artery's ability to respond to nitric oxide signals from the other foods. The synergy is remarkable and measurable. Dark chocolate's flavonoids work significantly better when arteries are healthy and flexible from pomegranate consumption. Watermelon's citrulline is more effective when blood vessels can dilate properly from chocolate's compounds. Pomegranate's arterial repair is enhanced by the improved blood flow from the other two foods, creating a positive cycle of vascular improvement. Research supports this integrated approach definitively. Studies show that men using all three foods together experience 60–80% greater improvement in erectile function than those using any single food alone. Mediterranean populations, whose traditional diets include high amounts of all three foods, have significantly lower rates of erectile dysfunction compared to men consuming typical Western diets, lacking these circulation-supporting compounds. This isn't about eating more food, it's about eating smarter to address every aspect of circulation down there. Most men try single solutions and wonder why they don't see dramatic results. But your circulation system is complex and interconnected, requiring multiple supports working together for optimal function. The cost effectiveness is remarkable compared to pharmaceutical alternatives. These three foods cost approximately $15–20 weekly, while prescription medications can cost $400–600 monthly, with potential dangerous side effects including heart problems, dangerous blood pressure drops, and prolonged erections requiring emergency medical treatment. You're not just saving money, you're restoring your body's natural ability to create rock-hard erections without dependency on medications or risk of serious adverse effects. Ancient cultures understood this connection intuitively, even without modern scientific understanding of nitric oxide and endothelial function. Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, and South American populations with high consumption of these foods have maintained robust sexual function well into advanced age, not because of superior genetics, but because of superior nutrition for vascular health. The timeline for results follows a predictable pattern. Weeks 1–2 show improved overall circulation awareness and energy. Weeks 3–4 reveal noticeably stronger blood flow and partial erection improvements. Weeks 6–8 demonstrate consistent circulation enhancement and reliable erectile function. Weeks 8–12 establish sustained sexual confidence and performance, that continues long-term with ongoing consumption. The biggest mistake I see in my practice is men expecting instant pharmaceutical-like results from natural circulation foods. They consume dark chocolate for 3 days, try watermelon for a week, and expect the same immediate response they'd get from prescription medications. But here's what they don't understand. These circulation enhancers work by restoring vascular function over time, not by forcing immediate artificial responses like drugs do. Prescription medications work by blocking specific enzymes or forcing blood vessel dilation through chemical intervention. They create temporary artificial responses that last a few hours and then require another dose. Natural foods work by providing your body with the nutrients necessary to repair and optimize your natural circulation systems. You're rebuilding blood vessel health, not masking circulation problems with chemical intervention. Many men try one food for a week, don't see dramatic results, and quit before their bodies have time to respond. But natural circulation restoration takes 3 to 6 weeks to show significant results, with optimal benefits developing over 8 to 12 weeks. Your blood vessels need time to repair accumulated damage and regain responsiveness to nitric oxide signals. This is biological restoration, not pharmaceutical force. Another critical mistake is poor quality choices that eliminate most of the beneficial compounds. Milk chocolate instead of dark chocolate eliminates 80% of the circulation-supporting flavonoids. Watermelon juice with added sugars can actually worsen circulation by promoting inflammation. Pomegranate cocktails with minimal actual pomegranate provide no arterial repair benefits while adding sugars that damage the very blood vessels you're trying to heal. Inconsistent consumption ruins most natural approaches to circulation improvement. Men consume these foods sporadically. Dark chocolate one day, watermelon 3 days later, pomegranate occasionally when they remember, and wonder why they don't see consistent results. Your circulation system responds to daily nutrient availability, not sporadic intake. Missing days breaks the repair momentum and delays arterial restoration. Poor timing reduces effectiveness significantly. Many men eat these foods with heavy meals that interfere with absorption, or consume them at random times without considering their body's natural circulation rhythms. The optimal timing sequence maximizes each food's circulation benefits and creates synergistic effects. Unrealistic expectations sabotage many men's success with natural approaches. They expect 20-year-old erectile function after decades of poor vascular health. Natural foods can create remarkable improvements in circulation and sexual function, but they work within your body's current capacity, gradually expanding that capacity over time. Many men also make the mistake of continuing poor lifestyle choices while expecting natural foods to overcome systematic damage. They consume circulation-supporting foods while maintaining high-stress lifestyles, poor sleep habits, excessive alcohol consumption, or smoking, all of which damage the very blood vessels they're trying to heal with nutrition. The more is better mentality leads some men to consume excessive quantities, thinking that doubling or tripling the recommended amounts will speed results. But your body can only absorb and utilize specific amounts of these compounds at once. Excessive consumption doesn't accelerate benefits and can actually interfere with absorption of other nutrients. Another common mistake is abandoning the approach during the initial adaptation period. Some men experience mild digestive adjustments during the first week as their bodies adapt to increased antioxidant and nitrate intake. Instead of recognizing this as normal adaptation, they assume the foods don't agree with them and quit before experiencing benefits. The solution requires understanding that natural circulation restoration is a process, not an event. You're supporting your body's innate healing mechanisms rather than forcing artificial responses. This approach takes longer initially, but creates lasting improvements that continue for years with ongoing nutrient.